Something scary is coming up from the deep. Packs of monster squid. Intelligent, aggressive, and dangerous.
They're actual eaters of men. They will take you.
They may even be communicating.
They choreograph attacks together. They hunt cooperatively.
They're invading our seas and decimating fish stocks. We know little about these voracious predators or why they're invading. But one thing's for sure, they're on the move. Ex-Special Ops diver turned researcher Scott Cassell is here in Mexico on the Sea of Cortez to do something nobody has ever done before. Scott wants to film the natural hunting behavior of the jumbo flying squid, or Humboldt squid, way down beyond the reach of even expert divers like himself. He's going to attach a camera to a Humboldt squid, one of the most aggressive creatures in the ocean. These monster squid are so fierce, local Mexican fishermen call them El Demonio Rojo, the Red Demon. After 13 years, 1,000 dives, and numerous attacks, Scott knows firsthand the threat from these real-life sea monsters.
Imagine yourself hanging by a cable at 250 feet deep, and around you are animals that are 100, 200 pounds that are man-eaters.
Scott puts his life on the line because he knows a full-fledged squid invasion is underway.
This is potentially an epidemic.
The Sea of Cortez is the Humboldt squid's breeding ground. Until recently, this was their stronghold and the only place they were commonly found. Now, that's changing. In the last few years, Humboldts have invaded coastal waters from Alaska to Chile, eating everything in their path.
What in the world is contributing to this invasion? And what is going to be the impact on the environment? We have to be in the water at their level to actually see what's going on. Knowledge is power.
While Scott prepares for his research dive, fishermen 1,000 miles away are already reeling from the squid invasion. At this time of year, this boat out of Half Moon Bay, California should be catching salmon. Now they're pulling in Humboldts.
We got into fishing for the squid because we couldn't go out for rock cod. There is no salmon fishing. They're eating our bait fish. How much can they keep consuming before there may be nothing left to fish for but squid?
Humboldts are one of the world's fastest growing animals. From a single cell, they can top 100 pounds in 1 year. They consume 10% of their body weight every day, and the bigger they get, the more fish they eat.
When you see them in a school on the surface 100 miles out, it'll be like a half a mile of tentacles and stuff going after something. They're eating a school of fish. They're serious predators, you know.
What's behind this territory grab? A natural population boom? Climate change? Or maybe a concerted takeover? These questions drive Scott Cassell to film the Humboldts where he can't go himself. He's using a novel approach, Squid Cam.
The idea of putting a camera on a squid has been one of my dreams for over a decade. Imagine yourself flying inside the shoal of hundreds of squid and seeing what they do.
But first, he must catch his squid. On land, it would be a bit like pulling a wolf out of a pack and attaching a camera to it. Since his first encounter with Humboldts, he's learned to treat them with the utmost respect.
In the time frame of about 5 minutes, I had my right shoulder pulled out of its socket. I had about 30 big marks shredded through my head and throat, and I had a squid hit my camera so hard that it hit me in the face. I saw stars, and they grabbed onto me and pulled me down so fast I couldn't equalize. I ruptured my right eardrum. So what I've learned is you need armor with these animals and you need tethers.
In the Sea of Cortez, it is said that Humboldt squid outcompete sharks for food. What makes them such deadly hunters also makes them a threat to divers.
They got a big beak, as big as a man's hand, and they got up to 25 to 40,000 teeth inside their suction cups.
They rush their prey at speeds of nearly 20 miles an hour. And as he's seen, when they attack, they show no mercy.
You all right? That jerk bit me right in the face!
They look at you and they study you for weaknesses, and they attack that weakness.
Cassell thinks they may even be smart enough to communicate and coordinate attacks using a visual language. This flashing isn't lighting coming from the surface. It's the squid instantaneously changing its entire body color from red to white, like a strobe. Cassell believes it's a code.
They're communicating with color flashes. They choreograph attacks together. They hunt cooperatively. The fact is, if you don't dive with armor with these squid, you're not being responsible to yourself, the animal, or the people that love you. They will take you.
The fisherman finally has a squid on his line. Scott is ready to attach the camera. He's hoping to learn more about what he believes are the Humboldt's cooperative hunting techniques.
Scott, this is topside. What is the visibility down there?
Visibility is about 14 feet, 15 feet. Copy?
15 feet? I copy that.
As he helps pull in the last feet of line, Scott can tell he's got an adolescent. And luckily, its long fight with the fisherman tired the creature out. Scott attaches the camera mount to a fleshy part of the squid's fin, like piercing an ear, and threads it through. The cable is 1,000 feet long. He wants to find out how the squid operate at depths he can never reach himself.
The camera's on and it's recording and it's looking good.
Every move of the squid will be captured on tape and later analyzed by Scott. But while attaching the camera, he's attracted other Humboldts. He's surrounded. Is this a group defense, or are they hunting him in a coordinated attack? Scott's seen a squid feeding frenzy before. It's time to get out of the water. The squid will go 4 times deeper than Scott can dive himself. And while Scott's squid cam descends, he takes another camera to a place nobody's gone before.
So what we have right there is the beating heart of a giant Humboldt squid.
Giant Humboldt squid are invading the west coast of America. These aggressive predators are on the move, destroying fish stocks and threatening divers. Sometimes alarming evidence of this invasion washes ashore. Carcasses litter the Pacific coastlines from southern Chile to Alaska. But there are millions still out there.